Hello everyone, and today we are back with some couple of MCQs about database management system. So I hope these all videos and are really helping everybody. Okay, so let's get to the work. Okay, in database management system, BBMS, it is one of the easiest ones. So okay, in the relational modes, when we talk about relational mode, cardinality is termed as, the answer is number of tuples. Relational calculus is non-procedural language. The view of the total database content is conceptual view. Cartesian product is in relation algebra is definitely binary 0 and 1. DML, data manipulation language, is provided for manipulation and processing of database. Okay, A clause, like whenever we rename anything, as clause is used in SQL is rename. Okay, architecture of the database can viewed as tree. Okay, we have another question. In relation model, relations are termed as tables. The database schema is written in DDL. Okay, we will be talking about DDL in upcoming set. Okay, we have another question. In case of entity integrity, the primary key may be not null. The language used in database application programs to request data from database management system to request as, it is DML. So logical schema is an entire database. Database fields in a database, related fields in a related database are grouped to form a data record. The database environment has all of the following components except user, separate files, database administrator. It means users. The language which is recently became the de facto standard, interpreting that programs with relation queries, and that is, I think so, SQL. In the architecture of database, external level is view level. An entity set that does not have insufficient attributes to form a primary key. Weak entity. An entity set that does not have sufficient attributes, like any entity that does not have sufficient attributes to form a primary key, that we have that weak entity set. In a hierarchical model, records are stored as list. No, that's tree. Yeah, true. In a ER diagram, attributes are represented as a ellipse. Okay, we have another question. The way a particular application views the data from database that is application uses is subschema. In an ER diagram, an entity set is represented as rectangular. A report generated to use print files on paper. The properties of the database are, it is an integrated collection of logical related records. It consolidates separate files into a common pool of data records. Data is stored in a database independent as application 2, and there's all of the above. It means when we talk about the property or properties of a data, it is integrated collection of logically related records. It consolidates separate files into a common pool for the data records. It has some data stored in database for independent of application program that are using it. Okay, database management system language component which can be embedded in a computer in a program is, that is DML, data manipulation language. And we have that, as we talked about, DBA, database administrator, DDL, that is data definition language. Okay, a relation database developer refers to the criterion, a relation, a tuple, or an attribute, and the right answer is a tuple. Whenever we talk about relation database, developer refers to a tuple. the relation model feature is there. Is no need for primary data key, is more data independence than some other database models, are explicit relationships among records, or or we have the last, or tables with many dimensions. So the right answer is, when we talk about relation model, when we really talk about relation models, when we talk about its features, it is more than data independence than some database models. So the conceptual database, the conceptual design is involves modeling independent of database management system. So I guess that's clear. Conceptual design involves the modeling independent of database management system. The method in which records are physically stored on a specified order according to the key field, and each data is known as the hash. So it means the hash, whenever we talk about hash, it physically stores the specific order according to key field, right? Subschema expresses definitely the external. Okay, we have another set 4. Count function in SQL returns the number of distinct values, groups and columns, and that is values. It is possible to define a schema completely using VDL and DDL, DDL and DML, SDL and DDL and VDL and MDML, and the right answer is DDL, data definition language and data manipulation language. The statement in SQL which allows to change the definition of a table, and that is alter. ER model uses this symbol to represent weak entity set, and that is double outline rectangular. In an entity relation model, we use the symbol, for example, to represent weak entities like double outline rectangular. Have you seen the double outline rectangular? And this is the that we talked about just. Okay, we have some other questions. Set is a concept of set. It is a concept of network model. Do you know about the set in database? Set in database. Set in database is basically well organized. Okay, we can talk about this later. Set is a command to update, to specify columns and values you should be in a table. Okay, so we have got another question. Relational algebra is, and that is none of the above. No, it is not none of the above. It is procedural query language. Relational algebra is procedural. The conceptual model is independent of both hardware and the software. What is relationship called when it is maintained between two entities? That is known as the binary. Okay, which of the following operation is used if we are interested in only certain columns of projections? Which of the following operation is used if we are interested in only one certain column of the table? It's projection. Which of the following operation need the participating relations to be union compatible? That is all of the above. Intersection, difference, skew, and that. So I think so. Let's meet in another video.